Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be reviewing the the Hammond Collection concavenator. So starting off at the head, you can see here it's a lot like an Allosaurus kind of because it's got these like two bumps on top of the head, and this is an older figure. That's why the teeth are not different set in pieces, and the eye is not a glass eye because this is like when Mattel had first started releasing the Hammond Collection line. But the detailing is still pretty good. I mean, it's not the best still, but it's still pretty good. There's like some reddish coloration around the eye, and then the red, and then there's a little bit more red that stops right here, and then it just turns orange. It's like an orange stripe that just continues around like all the way to here. I really like this coloration, mainly I think because like this one is more of a jungle species too, which is pretty cool. So, and then for the whole body, like the base color, it's like a dark blue, green, teal color. For the underbelly, we've got like this lighter white color that goes all the way down, but then stops at the tail, which is like, what the heck? And then the feet, of course, are, I mean, they're a bit big, but not too big. I mean, this figure still looks a bit goofy because the head is kind of big. The feet are kind of big also, but it's not really that bad. On the tail, there's this like this bright, vibrant orange that kind of just continues up all the way onto the top of the hump or sail or whatever. So such a strange dinosaur called the concavenator. Reminds me a bit of the Beckel Spinax, which also has that weird kind of sail there. The claws are also painted, and then also the toes, so which is pretty cool. There's like a darker brown, reddish, earthy color that like starts over here at the legs and then just stops like right here. It is a pretty interesting color that they did. They did a pretty good job with like paint application and stuff. Although mold-wise, it still has the big feet, the teeth that will probably just chip the paint off, and then no glass eye. But again, this is an older figure. Articulation-wise, well, that's the whole point of Hammond Collection. You can pose it in many different ways. So, we've got jaw articulation up here, and then jaw articulation down here too. So you can make him open his mouth like extremely wide, even wider than the Allosaurus over here. I mean, like, the concavenator is opening his mouth at a 90-degree angle, but not the Allosaurus. And then there's also some neck articulation here on the head. It goes up and down. Whoa, it actually goes up like really, really far. And it moves like very smoothly too. And it can also look side to side like that. And you can move it around like that. And then there's also more neck articulation here. And then on the tail, there's that ball joint there. And then the tail is actually a bendy wire. So you can literally just pose it any way you want with that stiff bendy wire in there. The arms also have articulation. You can see here that there's a joint here that goes forward and backwards, and then in and out. And same with this side. And then there's also the elbow articulation, which can move. You can move the arm around like that. And then they've also got wrist articulation, which I don't think any of the other Hammond Collection figures have. Well, I don't think a lot of them have. But this one does have wrist articulation. You can move it around like that. And then leg articulation, it goes in and out, and then forwards and backwards. It's kind of getting stuck right there because it's kind of stiff still in that point. And same with this leg. And then there's also knee articulation, so you can Move that around. Ankle articulation. And then there's also, I don't know, foot articulation down here. Can just move that around like that. So pretty cool figure. I'm going to try and, like, you know, you can pose it and kind of like do stop motion with it too. It's basically like Mattel's Jurassic World stop motion figures. You can pose them in different ways and do all sorts of cool stuff with these Hammond Collection figures. It is pretty cool. I do like these figures, although I do not collect them because, you know, it's kind of like, super articulated, wow, awesome, but I still am like a bit like, I mean, it is cool, you can pose it a lot. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for the concavenator. You know, like, subscribe, whatever, and I will see you on the next video.